Aloha and ikomo mai to Aloha Adventures. I'm Damon. I'm a 25-year veteran of the United States Navy, and I've recently wrapped up all of my training requirements for DiveMaster. I'm just waiting for the paperwork to be finalized, and that's a PADI DiveMaster to be specific. On the broadcast today, I'm going to talk about the Shearwater Teric Dive Computer, a little bit about the direction of the channel going forward, and then I'll wrap it up with any suggestions you might have for the channel. Before we get too far in though, I would appreciate the subscribe and like on the video. It really helps to get my channel out there and into the Google algorithm so that other people can see it. With that, I'll move into the direction of the channel going forward. So today I'm going to be talking about some of my dive gear, specifically the Shearwater Teric Dive Computer. The weather in the Middle East, especially in the Kingdom of Bahrain, is a bit temperamental during the winter. We've had a lot of high winds, and the diving opportunities just haven't been there since my last trip to Hawaii. But before we get into that, let me just talk about the direction the channel is going over the course of the next year. I will be wrapping up my time in Bahrain in the next couple of months. I intend to make a trip to the Maldives. I will be doing a lot of diving there. I'll be doing a lot of filming while I am diving. And then I will be headed home to Hawaii. Later on this summer, I'll be going to Florida. I'll be trying to get some dives either on the Gulf Coast or on the Atlantic seaboard side of Florida. I'll also feature that on the channel. And then once I move back to Hawaii, I'll expand some of the stuff I cover on the channel to include my surfing escapades, hiking in Hawaii, some of the food that's available in Hawaii, and of course I'll keep up with the diving. With that out of the way, I'll jump right into talking about the Shearwater Teric Dive Computer. This is what I've been using since I started diving. So it comes in this nice hard case. In the case, in addition to the dive computer itself, there's a strap expansion. There is a USB cable for charging. It comes with this nice wireless charger. The computer fits right in to the charger like that. You can set it on your dresser or nightstand and have it fully charged when you're ready to go diving. Some things that aren't that I don't have here that came with in the hard case. There was a nice Shearwater carabiner that's good to throw in your backpack or whatever the case may be. And then of course the obligatory decals. There's one that has Shearwater, and then there's another one that has the Shearwater logo, like featured here on the case. That's what's in the case. Let's go over some of the features of the Shearwater Teric Dive Computer. To start out with, it has a decompression computer. It has 3 modes of operation once it's operating as a dive computer. You've got open circuit for regular scuba, closed circuit, so if you're using a rebreather, and then there's a free dive feature as well, mode as well. It's air integrated. I have my transmitter here on my first stage high pressure port. I do recommend that if you are doing air integration with the Shearwater Teric, that you put an extension on your first stage regulator. It just makes it a little bit easier to get the transmitter on there. I will say though, I've been using the transmitter for months now, and I've had no issues with it, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as the video goes forward. But getting back to the features, the computer itself can support up to 4 transmitters. It's Bluetooth enabled, so you can download logs to the logs that are on the computer onto your phone. It has a 3-axis tilt compensated compass. It takes a little getting used to using the compass. It's a little bit different than using the compass that might be on your SPG, but with a little work, it's a very nice compass. The nice thing is it will lock in your heading and it provides a reciprocal so that if you're doing some sort of search and recovery or underwater navigation, it's quite nice. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of making sure you're going the right direction. The firmware is constantly upgraded. One little drawback to that, so the updating the firmware, it's downloaded to your phone and then Bluetooth to the dive computer. It takes quite a bit of time, and during that time you can't navigate away from the Shearwater app, and so you won't have the use of your phone for 30-45 minutes while it's doing that, depending on the size of the firmware update. It has these nice stainless steel buttons. They're very nice, very large buttons, so if you're wearing gloves, very easy to manipulate while you're underwater. The battery life is up to 30 hours on dive mode and up to 50 hours in watch mode. It can support up to 5 open circuit or closed circuit gas mixtures. On closed circuit, it can support trimix. In open circuit mode, it can support nitrox up to 99%. It is also in tech mode. In open circuit tech mode, it is trimix enabled. And then finally, it has a depth rating of up to 200 meters or 660 feet. And the dive log can hold up to 500 hours of information. So with that, let's take some looks at the thing and how it works. So here it is in watch mode. You can see that it has the battery, time, everything that you'd really want to see for a watch. And then you can cycle through the watch faces. It has 3 different watch face configurations. And that's about it for the watch. The only other thing is you can adjust the brightness. And then now let's go into dive mode. I have to turn away because it has some personal information on here. I don't want to dox myself. But here I have it configured to open circuit. You can see that this is the depth, open circuit recreational diving, battery status, NDLs, time to the surface, and then I've got it configured for 3 panes here. You can do either 2 or 3. I have it set for partial pressure of O2, maximum operating depth, and then this T1 here is for my transmitter. And then I've been very naughty. I've been on the surface for 53 days. I'm a little embarrassed by that. It's the longest I've been on the surface for quite some time. And then down here at the very bottom, it shows what gas mixture I'm currently set to. Right now, 21%. With that, I'll go into some of the other configurations. So right now I have 3 gas. This is where you select whatever gas you're diving with. Since I've had this computer, I've dove on regular air, 21%, 30% and 31% nitrox mix. And I could put 2 more. I could store 2 more in there if I so chose. But then you just, whenever you just scroll up, scroll down, and then do the arrow here to accept the gas. Dive tools, compass, stopwatch, deco plan, NDL plan, edit gases. This is where you can set your 5 gases. As you can see, I have only 3 set. You can set your alerts, beep only, vibration and beep. The log's pretty cool. Show my last dive. I have my dive profile, and then the temperature profile. This is my air integration. Shows my starting pressure, my ending pressure, and my surface air compression, my surface air consumption. Just a plethora of data for the dive mode. One note on the SAC, surface air consumption. That is something you do have to go into the configuration to edit. Bluetooth is pretty self-explanatory. You go there, you initialize, and then you connect with your phone. And then settings, you can configure your OC rec, your open circuit rec, recreational mode, your deco plan, your gases. So again, just takes you to where we were earlier. AI, this is where you can turn on your AI, and then you'd have to turn on your SAC. You can set your units, bar, PSI, depending on what you prefer. Compass on. Right now I have it set in meters and degrees Fahrenheit. You can configure your watch, and that is about it. A great little computer. I really enjoy it, and I highly recommend it. It retails for about $1,150 US, and that's it. What dive computer do you use? Have you used the Shearwater Teric? Have you used the Perdix? Do you have a preference between a arm-mounted or a wristwatch style, and why do you prefer? I'd love to hear all about what you use and your and why in the comments. One last thing that I'd like to know is for my dive videos. I had someone mention if I did a voiceover, and I haven't done that to this point. Would a voiceover be something that would be helpful in the dive videos? If so, please let me know in the comments. Ahui ho.